Okay, here we go. Another episode of Your This is ECW week, what, 16, I think? I don't know anymore. Yeah, this is week 16, so I don't sound too enthusiastic about this because life is horrible. Anyway, so, moving on. This was really, okay, you know where. Main event. ECW here tonight. Mundo and Rusev, they've been having the rivalry for like the past, I don't know, 2-3 weeks. They are going to end it off because I just want to end off this rivalry. And it's going to be here tonight in main event of ECW. And it's going to be in a steel cage matchup. As we also just did advertise this matchup in your last episode of Raw. So yeah. Next episode of Universe of course, SmackDown Week 16. Kick things off here tonight. Tag team action, I believe. As we got the ECW Hardcore Tag Team Champions coming out here tonight to kick things off. Matt Morgan and the Monster Abyss, and they would take on these two men, the newly formed tag team of RVD and Sabu. Non-title contest, because of course number one contenders for their tag titles are of course Eric Rowan and Luke Harper. And there's going to be a non-title tag team contest here tonight to kick things off here on ECW. Also later on in ECW women's action between Asuka and Lita, two of the 6 women here in the ECW roster. Of course, their main event between Rusev and Mundo, and another rivalry matchup between Finn Balor and Corey Graves. And we shall see if Balor could get his first ever victory against Graves as well, because Corey Graves, so far, he's really been undefeated here in Universe Mode. So, we shall see what happens. Anyway, now, but before all that, tag team action, ECW Hardcore Tag Team Champions, Abyss and Morgan, they've been holding these titles since the beginning of Universe Mode, since week 1, so therefore they have been the longest reigning champions in general here in Universe Mode. And so now Abyss, the leg stream to Sabu wearing the very athletic Sabu, the big man Abyss, definitely outmatches Sabu in strength and power. Sabu definitely does, hold off extreme experience, but then again, Abyss could be definitely extreme if he does want to. And now Matt Morgan gets sent flying off the top rope thanks to Sabu, and Sabu also takes down Abyss. Sabu easily is trying to hold Morgan and Abyss tag team, and now RVD, well, he has chopped RVD. A little bit miscommunication there, or something like that, and Abyss able to take advantage of that. And now the Monster Abyss taunting towards RVD. RVD not going to do anything, trying to do something. He missed all his strikes, and now Abyss the Black Hole Slam. 2, Sabu 1, 2, and 3. Easy work. The Monster Abyss absolutely demolishes Sabu here tonight to kick things off on ECW. When we move on from that, ladies and gentlemen, King of the Ring Tournament is going to be the newest, well, it's going to be the next up pay-per-view that we do here in Universe Mode, and it's still going to be in week 16 to end off week 16. Then once we do the whole 3 nights of the King of the Ring Tournament, no time matches, and we shall move on to week 17. Raw Superstars, Randy Orton, Silas Young. Well, Randy Orton, Sami Zayn, Silas Young, The Miz, Chris Jericho, Raven, Finn Balor, and Baron Corbin represent ECW. And over on SmackDown, they have Kazuchika Cosmo, Joe Cesaro, and Eddie Guerrero to represent their brand. All 4 of those men in each roster was randomly selected and chosen in a random draft order, excluding members, well, not members of tag teams, but excluding champions on Universe Mode, of course. And well, ladies and gentlemen, whichever brand wins, whether it's Raw, SmackDown, or ECW, that will be the main event title match. Whoever wins the tournament, they will main event SummerSlam against the champion in their own brand, and they'll become the number one contender for that title. So if ECW were to win, and if this man Finn Balor was to win the King of the Ring tournament, he will make ECW be in the main event of SummerSlam, and he would challenge current ECW champion Minoru Suzuki. But Suzuki, he has his hands full with Braun Strowman, as he did defeat Strowman at the pay-per-view a couple weeks back. But Strowman still has his rematch clause, so Suzuki better watch out for him. Both those 2 men are not scheduled to compete here tonight, though. Now, nor is ECW television champion Kenny Omega, Hardcore television champion Kenny Omega, or number 1 contender Wade Barrett. But we shall give an announcement on Wade Barrett later on tonight as the night progresses, as Theodore Balor off the Brainbuster now has the 2x4 and nails now will drop with the 2x4 to Corey Graves. Now Graves crawling back to his feet, trying to, and he gets whacked across the head for his troubles. Finn Balor upper hand here. Can Corey Graves get his first ever loss here in Universe Mode, and can it be to the man He's currently in a rivalry with Finn Balor. Balor, the shotgun dropkick off the top rope. Corey Graves won his first ever matchup, his debut matchup, back in week 12 or week 13, as he did defeat Dean Ambrose. And now Balor, ever since then, he's been having multiple matches with Finn Balor, and now Balor takes him down with the 1916 Bloody Sunday. And now Balor up on top, rope to the ground. To Corey Graves. 1, 2, and 3. Good night, Corey. And Corey Graves gets his first ever loss here in Euros mode, and in a very quick and orderly fashion, thanks to Finn Balor. And Balor finally gets the first laugh against Corey Graves in their whole series of matches, and he does it here tonight on week 16 of ECW. Well, moving on, ladies and gentlemen, Adrian Neville, your ECW Hardcore Lightweight Champion. His number one contender for his title is Y2J Chris Jericho. And, well, Neville, he'll be in non-title action next week here on ECW. And we shall see what happens with Jericho in the next couple of weeks before he shall challenge for a title. But remember, he's also in the King of the Ring tournament, so he's going to have to try to take that out of his mind first. But if Jericho is to win the King of the Ring tournament and challenge for a title, that'll definitely be interesting. Well, of course, speaking of Chris Jericho, he shall be in action right here, right now, against, well, fellow ECW participant in the King of the Ring tournament matchup, in the King of the Ring tournament, and that is Raven Lionheart Chris Jericho. This is the WCW Chris Jericho right here, when he's a cruiserweight. And so, Jericho and Raven here tonight. Third matchup of ECW, and Jericho using his microphone to his advantage, trying to go for a pin. Well, Raven got to kick out, throwing it right to back head of Raven, and Raven is already busted open. Off the ropes goes Raven. Jericho, never mind. Raven with the counter. And now Raven upper hand, never mind. Multiple strikes by Raven. Nails him down. Misses the double X handle, gets it the second time. Gets it the third time. Another time does he nail it with the double X handle. And another hit. Another strike with that deadly double X handle, just a double like fist right to the face. Another power driver, and Jericho just gonna make it get up after that. Raven, his vintage power driver, and again. But then again, it's like every ECW superstar has a vintage power driver because it's just an extreme move. It's a classic ECW move, to be fair. Anyway, now Jericho will just run away from Raven, able to bait him back into the ring. And now Chris Jericho, Lionheart Chris Jericho, upper hand here, taking down the crossbody. And now Jericho waits for him. Yes, clothesline. And now has steel chair. Never mind, not going to use it. Has him set up, though. Powerbomb on top of the steel chair. Raven didn't get all of it. Jericho going to try again. Doesn't even skip by on top of the steel chair. That time, into pin 1, 2. Jericho trying to get an easy victory. Only a 2 count, though. Raven is very tough. Also very resilient. So that was not going to fully work out for Chris Jericho. See right here, the Brainbuster. Definitely could work out well, though. Raven trying to fight back with a couple strikes. Jericho perhaps staying of a brainbuster on top of the chair. SC right there, nails the moonsault to a pin. 1, 2, only a 2 count. Not the lion salt, because the lion salt you can't really make it into a move in this game unless you just do a regular moonsault. But yeah, no Jericho nails the drop kick off the top rope. Raven doesn't even sell it by suplex for Chris Jericho's troubles. Jericho really going to get the chair, but turns around to a double X handle by Raven. Now both these men fighting over the chair here. Raven has it and uses it right to his advantage. And now figure 4 leg lock to Chris Jericho with that steel chair as well for just a couple of seconds to wear down. Jericho hit to the back head. And now right to the front of the chest. And the front of the chest again. Now Raven trying to decide what to do here. Perhaps it's time to go to the outside. Of course, these ECW matches, every single ECW match on qualification, I see the Raven a nice counter to her Hurricanrana. Draws the chant to the outside, and now I thought Raven was going to fly. Ravens do fly, but Raven now, that majestic, now really known for being high fly. Chris Jericho with a nice counter. And now has him up, trying to do a powerbomb. Raven counters with a low thrust press, only not even a 1 count, to be fair. And back suplex, never mind, counter. Multiple counters there. Now Raven has him trying to do it. Okay, both of these men trying to do back suplexes. Jericho has the upper hand. 1, 2, the back suplex with the bridge. Only gets a 2 count for Lionheart Chris Jericho. Here in this match of Baron Corbin, the only King of the Ring ECW superstar to not be showcased here tonight. Serial Jericho moves out top rope. Raven kicks out before the referee can even really count. And now nails the clothesline. Well, the invisible referee. And Raven just sending down Jericho with that leaping bulldog. Now, Chris Jericho fighting back here. Both men on ring apron. Never mind. Jericho walking away from Raven, realizes that it's going to be a tough matchup, and now he walks right into a shot with the monitor by Raven, and Chris Jericho busted more open than Raven is. And now Jericho on top of the rope, nails the moonsault to Raven, has him up. Brainbuster right on the 2x4. Chris Jericho upper hand here. Drops the monitor near Raven's head. Oh no. Nails the moonsault. Squashing Raven's head in between the monitor. 1, 2, only a 2 count. Raven definitely has his mind, has his whole head scrambled after that. Moonsault. And now catches Jericho, and there goes Jericho. Raven had that one set for Chris Jericho a very long time. Waiting for him to jump, caught him in midair, suplexed him on the outside, and now using the 2x4 to his advantage. Raven. Definitely going to bring in the hardcore extreme type environment here against Chris Jericho. And now has the fork. There we go. And using the fork to his advantage across the face. Chris Jericho. Surprisingly not busted open more, but Raven using the fork to his advantage. Has him up. Power driver. Can this one be it? If Raven decides to do a pin, he's not going to, though. What's he trying to set up here? Then, because Jericho now trying to crawl away. And now trying to use get a pin against Raven, because Raven... something must have gave out, perhaps his back, perhaps his leg, because he fell down. Jericho was able to get up before him. And now Jericho, he's the one who's up after a simple kick. Raven gets a whole lot out of him. I see that Raven gets moonsault before it shows. Jericho, never mind. Raven, okay, both these men countering a whole lot of moves. Chris Jericho upper hand here has him up. Brainbuster onto the broken steel steps. And to the pin. Count that 3, it's all or only a 2 count. Never mind. Raven kicking out at 2. Jericho now has one of those 3 bells here. It's 3 different bells. Raven just trying to crawl his way up. Now Jericho grabbing the second bell. Fixes the steel steps. Puts them back to their regular form. And now Chris Jericho has him up. Never mind. He's going to get punched right through the steel steps. And now, well, Raven setting that one up. But Jericho not going to let him do what he was going to actually plan to do. Whatever it probably was. Probably a power driver. Anyway, now Raven, the upper hand here. Raven, he's struggling to get back up. That moonsault with Raven's... that moonsault by Jericho in between Raven's head and the monitor. Raven's head squashed down to the monitor after the moonsault by Jericho moments ago. Well, a couple minutes ago. Definitely must not feel that good, because see right there, Raven. He doesn't even know where he's at this point, but now nails the Bulldog. He must have some sense of urgency. To at least know to do that. And now the back suplex. 1, 2. The British back suplex only gets 2 count for Raven. And Raven just going to get something chopped down by Chris Jericho. Jericho on top of the rope. Raven waiting for him. Jericho knows that Raven is going to perhaps catch him. He still jumps either way. Raven wasn't ready for that. Wasn't able to catch him this time. Jericho knows. Dropkick crossbody. And now Chris. Half-leg crab. Not the lion tamer. Which is the elevated Boston crab. Or just the regular Boston crab known as the Walls Jericho. Raven, well, half-leg crab. Surprisingly, now, well, Raven catches him. Never mind, thought he was going to buy Sam. But Jericho had counter with the leaping DT. And now Lion Salt. We'll count that as a Lion Salt. Now Jericho has him set Brainbuster onto the monitor. Raven's head taking a whole lot of damage in this matchup. And now, multiple shots with the monitor. Onto Raven's head as well. And now, Jericho taunts the crowd, trying to get them hyped up, throws the monitor onto Raven. Jericho trying to set something up here. Has him take him down the crossbody. And now, Jericho, well, trying to summon here. Has the monitor and face first. With the monitor and the knees of Jericho. Goes Raven and another. Code breaker. One with the monitor, one without. That has to be it. Raven's face and head has taken a whole lot of damage in this matchup. I wouldn't be surprised if he's gotten a concussion after that. And Lionheart Chris Jericho walks out here tonight. Remember, he's still number 1 contender for Adrian No's lightweight championship as well. So if he's to win King of the Ring, then he could main event SummerSlam your lightweight and ECW champion if he is to even defeat the ECW champion, whether it's Suzuki or Strowman come that time. Well, now that's to say, speaking of number 1 contenders, number 1 contender for the ECW Hardcore Television Championship, Wade Barrett. He won the Battle Royal last week, and he is going to be in action and speak his mind about Kenny Omega, your current Hardcore Champion. Next week, Omega and Barrett not here tonight, nor is lightweight champion Neville, nor is ECW champion Minoru Suzuki, and nor is your number one contender for the ECW title, Braun Strowman. Anyway, now, ladies and gentlemen, time for women's action. The second to last matchup here tonight on ECW. This is Asuka and Lita, two of the 6 women here on ECW, along with Nia Jax, Velvet Sky, Paige, and current ECW Women's Champion Sonya Deville. And now Asuka going to try and use the extreme advantage. Going to try to use the weapons. It's matchup to her advantage. Ray immediately kicked things off with a steel chair shot, and now nails Lita down with DT into a pin. 1, 2, and that definitely could have been a quick victory. Lita barely escaping that one. And now brings Asuka back to the ring. Lita trying to set something up. Nails dropkick. Nails moonsault shortly after. I thought perhaps Lita was going to go on top of the rope. Now, of course, both these two women, you got to think, whoever wins this matchup definitely gets closer for a number 1 contender shot against Sonya Deville's ECW Championship. Now, Asuka misses the clothesline. Lita sidesteps her. She saw that one coming. The high veteran experience of Lita able to easily escape that. And now Asuka trying to set something up here. Trying to find what to do here now. Working down the back. Wearing down the back of Lita. Make it difficult for her to perhaps do the hard boy swanton perhaps. And now Asuka trying to wear her down. Lita again picks her up. Has her up. Brainbuster on the outside. On the thin layer of padding. Blocking some major impact to the concrete, but that's not going to block it, as this time it was leaning on the pad. And now Asuka, armbar, locked in, applied on Lita. So, so far, most of this matchup has been mostly Asuka to kick things off here. Back suplex onto the concrete. 1, 2, and only a 2 count. The back has been worked on in this matchup a whole lot by Asuka. And now DDT on the concrete as well. That doesn't help anything out for Lita in this matchup. And now wearing down the back once again is Asuka. At this point, Asuka wearing down the Lita. Wearing down the veteran Lita. That's what I meant. Anyway, pinned by Lita. Only a 2 count. No surprise there. Now Asuka, after a leg drop, misses the second leg drop though. Simple punch right to the spine. Trying to lift Lita up. Something hit with the microphone to the back of the head. And now Asuka, the armbar, she's wrenching back and forth. And look how deep Asuka's Lita's arm is being wrenched by Asuka's arms, I guess. I don't know. Or how it bended, I guess. And now Lita getting sent right to the ring apron with that slingshot into the elevated Boston Crab. And there goes Asuka. After her counter by Lita, nice counter. Both these women back inside of the ring. And now Asuka has her with the plunger. 1, 2, and 3. And Asuka picks up a major victory here tonight against the veteran of the ECW Women's Division, Lita. And so Asuka perhaps one step closer to challenging Sonya Deville for that ECW Women's Championship. Well, now let's say to hype up the crowd before the ECW show started. Of course, we had your ECW pre-show match. 2 matches on each brand pre-show, of course. And they started to kick things off in metal. We did have no more contenders for the ECW Hardcore Tag Team Championships. We did have Eric Rowan along with Luke Harper take on the BWO, the Lumini, and Steven Richards. And well, of course, I guess you guys could expect who won that one. Of course, it was Harper and Rowan, so let's just simply never mind. Okay, there we go. In the last few seconds of that clip, Luke Harper's team, Harper and Rowan, they won. No surprise, good. That was the point of it. Now, usually, these would be like CPU matches, and I'll show the end of it instead of me simulating the result of it. But no, since I won't be doing CPU simulate matches, especially if I'm just going to be showing the last 30 seconds of it, I might as well just simulate it and say that this is the pre-show report or something like that, like when you look Inc. does for the house show reports in Euros mode. But of course, the 2K18 Euros mode. Anyway, moving away from my favorite Euros mode YouTubers, once again, I mentioned them a whole lot in these videos. Anyway, Gregory Helms, the new and improved Gregory Helms, no longer the Hurricane. He's just, Hurricane Gregory Helms, but changing his attire here. So is Sin Cara changing it to green. And ladies and gentlemen, the winner of this cruiserweight, this lightweight, ECW lightweight thing, will be Hurricane Gregory Helms. New look and a new attitude, and that's how he gets his first ever win here on Euros mode as well. Corey Holmes' first ever win here on News Mode. New look and a new attitude, no longer dressing up like a superhero. Dressing in a casual wrestling attire, and it works out well for him. Anyway, main event action here tonight, ladies and gentlemen. That's Rusev and Chai Mundo. They shall do battle here tonight in the steel cage. Multiple weapons in this matchup, in that ring as well. Couple steel chairs, as you see. And here comes the highly athletic, high-flying Chai Mundo. This is going to be two amazing wrestlers, I guess you could say, just trying to kill each other in the steel cage. Necessarily, this rivalry has already been only going on for 2 to 3 weeks, and so in like the 3rd or 4th week of this rivalry happening, we shall end it off in a steel cage matchup, because this was really just to give us more matches on ECW. Now Mundo on top of the steel cage, and his feet needs to touch the ground, and now the match starts. Rusev and Mundo missing. Wow, let's see right there. Mundo run into a bad base suplex, but Rusev super kick immediately, and Rusev another bad base suplex. The Bulgarian brute Rusev immediately, non-stop, just unloading on Chai Mundo now. Mundo's already busted open slightly, and Mundo trying to fight back a couple kicks, not gonna work out well, and suplex by Rusev. And now Mundo definitely gonna regret his decision in agreeing to this matchup, I guess. Anyway, Mundo trying to escape, well, not trying to escape, but able to gain some space away, I guess. Has him up, double unhook suplex right to Rusev. Waits for him. And takes in a hurricanrana through the table. Rusev immediately gets back up. Rusev's head just went through a table. Immediately getting back up. Chai Mundo gonna use the mind, perhaps. Never mind, throws at Rusev. Rusev delivers a super kick. Fast-paced action here to end off ECW, to kick off the matchup. Now it's gonna end off ECW super kick. Another super kick. And a couple more super kicks. Chai Mundo's head bouncing off the foot and colliding later on to the steel cage, thanks to Rusev. And 450 splash. That didn't look all that graceful. And now tornado DT, leaping DT. Mundo, this steel cage definitely gonna be his best friend in this matchup. It could be his best friend, his worst enemy, or both. It could be a frenemy. Or enemy friend. Why isn't it called enemy friend? To like enemy before friend, but instead it's a frenemy because it rolls off the tongue more better. Okay, anyway, moving on from that. Mundo definitely gonna use the steel cage to his advantage. Gonna definitely do a whole lot of high flying maneuvers out of that steel cage. And well, speaking of that, Rusev is down. Never mind, he's no longer down. Mundo thinking second there about that super kick to the back of the head. Rusev could definitely do a whole lot of super kicks while Mundo is squashed in the ring apron and in between the cage. Could do a super kick, and then Mundo's head definitely could collide with that cage. From the little amount of space the ring apron now has, thanks to a steel cage, but Rusev just getting multiple steel chair shots for his troubles and hurricanrana. Nicely done. Mundo into the pin. 1, 2, and only a 2 count. Mundo only one busted open in this matchup. Rusev did bust him open early in the matchup. Leaping DT. Nicely done. Athletic ability of Chai Mundo is always amazing and incredible to see here on ECW, and it's only on ECW where we have Johnny Mundo. And that Mundo just taunted to the crowd here. Has Rusev nails down the Bulldog. Right to Alexander Rusev. But Rusev counters that snapmare moments ago. Rusev trying to get back up. Who's going to get back up first is Rusev. And now has him back suplex with a roll-up. Nicely done. 1, 2, and only a 2 count. Rusev has him up trying to back suplex again, but counters to a Bulldog. Mundo getting back up while trying to do a kick-up. Necessarily not able to fully succeed in doing it. Nails the Northern Light suplex with the bridge as well. Amazing abdomen strength to be able to hold on to the bridge. And Rusev just escaped the dragon screw some way, somehow. Super kick right to Mundo. Mundo didn't see that one coming. And, well, Johnny Mundo just going to slip across the steel chair. And more super kicks delivered to Johnny Mundo. And now just wearing him down with a headlock here is Rusev. Wears him down and down the baby suplex for Mundo's troubles, and Alexander Rusev upper hand here, nails to hurricanrana. Amazing athletic ability by big man. Gut wrench suplex now. Don't see too many of those here in ECW. And well, Mundo just gonna counter the powerbomb with a dragon screw. That's a nice counter. Bulldog shortly after. Mundo waits for Rusev Northern Light suplex with a bridge. 1. Only a 1 count. Rusev able to counter. We're not gonna have no commercial breaks in this episode, because this episode really altogether originally was 31 minutes. And so I want it to be necessarily 31 minutes, where it's going to be half an hour, like, close to the 35-minute mark. So, yeah, which why no commercial breaks. Anyway, Mundo misses the spin heel kick just slightly. Rusev on the ropes he goes, never mind, faking Mundo out, and Mundo catches Rusev in midair. X Factor. Rusev's poor face. Too bad he doesn't no longer have the handsome Rusev gimmick. And 450 splash off of the damn top of the cage. Only a 2 count. Mundo's face is a bloody red crimson mask, and Rusev still kicks out. Johnny Mundo, what does he have to do? He just jumped off the top of a steel cage, nailed the 450 splash, perhaps crushed his own ribs. Perhaps more than what he did to Rusev, because Rusev hasn't really been taking on much damage. Accolade here. Mundo, he quickly escapes. Rusev not able to fully apply perhaps full pressure to Mundo after the accolade, and now Rusev getting drop kicked for his troubles and spinning heel kick. The back of his head now crashing along the steel cage after the front being hit by Mundo's multiple kicking variations right there. So Rusev getting a little bit taste of his own medicine for what he's been doing multiple times throughout this matchup, and now Mundo has him up. Oh my God! The monitor just lighting up in fire, exploding in both the face of Mundo and Rusev. Rusev's immediately back up, so is Johnny Mundo, and now Rusev. Steel chair in hand. Off top rope, nails the X handle with the steel chair as well. That's innovative. Once again, to the bloody red crimson face of Johnny Mundo to back to head this time. Rusev knee drop this time. And Alexander Rusev might as well be the favorite to win this matchup now. Mundo's been taking a whole lot of damage throughout this whole matchup, more than Rusev has. And never mind, Mundo, fighting spirit. Johnny Mundo, fighting spirit here. Big body drop. And now, looking for something here. Never mind. That was going to go on top rope. Saw that Rusev got up too early. And powerbomb. Seated powerbomb. And sticks with it. 1, 2, only a 2 count for Rusev. Mundo now going to go off top rope again. Going to try this again. Rusev waiting for him. Mundo thought better of it. Didn't want to get catch by Rusev. And Rusev now. Upper hand here like he's been having throughout most matchup. Seated powerbomb. Mundo immediately gets back up. No selling it. Surprisingly. Going to try to go for a pin early here. Going to try getting these victories. Surprisingly. A 2 count. And Rusev, well, his back probably just gave out there. Now we do the base suplex, Northern Light suplex, but countered by Rusev with small package. He's going to steal one here on the 2 count. Mundo now crowning for his troubles again in this matchup. Rusev has been controlling this matchup for the most part, but John Mundo, he's had his bright moments in this matchup as well, especially that jumping off the steel cage spot with that 450 splash. And now Mundo, tornado DDT. Rusev's head landing on the steel chair, but now Rusev just able to shrug that off. Mundo, steel chair, on fire for a couple seconds, and now 450 splash. Perhaps that just caught it. Johnny Mundo now on top of the rope, 450 splash with the chair. Rusev is on his front now. Never mind, he was on the back. And now, well, never mind. Mundo perhaps taking the X handle with the steel chair like what Rusev did earlier. Now to do it, as Rusev saw that one coming. Rusev be like, nah, you're good, perhaps. Anyway, now, simply you're shoving down Johnny Mundo, perhaps. Well, not perhaps, he did. Rusev taunting to the crowd. This crowd definitely perhaps not enjoying it all that much. Johnny Mundo definitely a fan favorite here in ECW. Well, no, we've been having the Rusev and Johnny Mundo rivalry for a while, because it was intervening with the Drew McIntyre versus Rusev, Drew McIntyre versus Johnny Mundo rivalry, and so McIntyre, he's now on the NXT roster. He needs to still debut over on the NXT roster once we get into episode 2 or the next couple of episodes. And so now, since McIntyre's gone, it's really just been Rusev and Johnny Mundo in this rivalry, and it's no longer a triple threat type rivalry. I see there are multiple super kicks by Rusev. Rusev doesn't care. Has him, brings him down. Samoan drop, collarbone, and super kicks for days. 4th, a 5th, 6th, 7th, 8, 9, 10, and 11, 12, 13 perhaps? 13! Oh my god, he's doing more? Never mind, using the steel chair now. Johnny Mundo's face getting just manhandled here. Between the steel and Rusev's super kicks. Into the steel cage and another super kick. Johnny Mundo might as well be good and as well classified dead at this point. Because Rusev now has him trying to do the small drop collarbone. Mundo with counter fighting spirit 1, 2, only a 2 count. Rusev didn't sell it. Mundo fighting spirit here. I thought he was going to get whacked in midair. Rusev just threw a steel chair at Mundo. Almost whacked him in midair with that, but I think he probably just did when he threw it, because John Mundo, he did miss the shot. Now Rusev, multiple steel chair shots unloading here. Rusev is a man possessed here tonight. No holding back on John Mundo in the steel cage matchup to main event ECW, and hits him across the face of it as well, just for a little bit good measure. And now Rusev knee drop off the top rope. You don't usually see that too much from Rusev. There's only the second time we've seen this in his matchup from Rusev, as a matter of fact. And then Rusev has him up. What's Sting here? And smoke drop carbone slam right onto the broken trash can. And now accolade to Johnny Mundo, wrenching back and forth on Mundo's neck and back. And Rusev, it's been reversed. Mundo slips out of it, only a 2 count off the back suplex. Rusev not happy about that. Nails leg drop, super kick to the back of the head on Johnny Mundo. Mundo goes flying shortly after that. And now accolade once again fully locked in, fully applied this time, and Johnny Mundo taps out. Rusev lets go immediately after Mundo taps, perhaps just because, I don't know, it just immediately happened or something. Now let's just say, ladies and gentlemen, Rusev picks up victory here tonight on ECW. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you all for watching this episode of ECW. And wait, what? Ladies and gentlemen, I'm getting word here. Jim Manager Paul Heyman, he's telling the camera crew to go backstage. Apparently some things happening. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we shall go backstage. What's going on here? Well, ladies and gentlemen, what's this? Number 1 contender attacking champion Minoru Suzuki down on the ground. As soon as the cameraman's picked it up, who knows how long this attack's been going on for? Because now, not Rusev, my God. Braun Strowman just attacking Suzuki. Steel pipe endo explosion. Suzuki, your ECW champion, getting attacked by number 1 contender Braun Strowman. Remember, Strowman did lose to Suzuki in the Sin pay-per-view a couple of weeks back. That was Strowman's only loss here in Euros mode. Not happy about that is Braun. I see right there, hits him with the TNT. Hits him with the dynamite. Braun Strowman, new haircut here in Euros mode and everything. Oh my God. With the motorcycle, Suzuki doesn't notice and hits him, runs him over. With the motorcycle. Just grinding on him with the back of the wheel. Oh my God. Suzuki and Strowman goes flying. Champion and challenger. ECW champion Minoru Suzuki. He wasn't scheduled to be here tonight, nor was Braun Strowman, but apparently they were. And for Suzuki, the champion, that doesn't work out too well. Strowman, remember, he still has his rematch clause. He lost once. Once he actually has his rematch, if he loses twice, he no longer has the rematch clause, and now sends him down on top of the broken pieces of the motorcycle. And Braun Strowman simply walks away off into the distance here tonight to end off things on ECW. Braun Strowman making a major impact to end off here tonight on ECW against ECW champion Minoru Suzuki. Who knows the damage that Suzuki must have sustained. I mean, he went through a TNT explosion. So did Strowman with Strowman. He immediately got up from that. He got ran over by a motorcycle. Then he gets his whole, entire ribs crushed by getting slammed onto the broken motorcycle as well. Especially after being hit with the steel chair and the lead pipe multiple times before that whole attack ended. Now, to say thank you all for watching ECW Week 16. Next episode of Rumors Mode will be SmackDown Week 16. And then after that, we shall have highlights for Superstars, the new show that we're doing, which is Main Event. Also, since we're doing highlights, it'll be easier for me to do. Also, because I won't have to do a voiceover. And then, of course, NXT, because I want to do a voiceover for NXT. And so we just do highlights of that as well. Because we did that for episode 1. Why not do it for episode 2? Why not keep doing it? Anyway, thank you guys for watching. Catch you on the next one. And goodbye.